Here we go. Tonight, the quest for wrestling's most coveted prize ahead the 3 toughest weeks in a wrestler's season. Tonight from Gloucester County College, it's the District 29 Finals with John Vogeding. I'm John Mondelli, Vogue. And it's a tough road these next 3 weeks for a lot of these wrestlers. The 3 toughest weeks, as I just said, they're going to face.
Very grueling road to finish out the season. Tuesday night they come back and wrestle in the seconds and thirds in the region, and by the weekend all of your champions will be in action, and that's just the start of these state championships, where the following week they wrestle in Atlantic City. So it's very grueling.
Right, tonight we have 6 returning champions, 2 returning 3-time champions, 2 of them from Paulsboro. Chuck Zeisloff from Gateway going for his 3rd crown, and then Loeffler also going for another title, and a couple guys, Spector and also Araldi.
Yes, and they're having excellent years, and they've stood up very well in this tournament. They're performing exceptionally well at this point. Duke is the all-time record holder in Paulsboro history, and just keeps adding to it every time he steps on the mat.
Let's talk about the team championship. I think a lot of people going into this tournament thought West Deptford had a chance. Going into the finals, where do we stand?
Right, going into the finals, Paulsboro has like a 28-point lead over West Deptford, and of course the first night they both got 13 wrestlers through, so there are no surprises there. There were a couple surprises in the semifinals, but it's a 2-team match right now, marching to the title.
We'll talk about those semifinals a little bit later, because a couple 4 seeds knocking off a 1 seed. We're going to have all the action, including the introductions of the wrestlers, coming up next here on the Gloucester County Educational Network.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a great deal of pleasure to present the finalists in the District 29 Wrestling Tournament. At 103 pounds, a freshman from West Deptford High School, Tyler Kaminsky, 23-3 this year, a freshman. His opponent, also a freshman from Gateway Regional High School, with a record of 26-4 this year, Chris Norris. At 112 pounds, from Deptford Township High School, a senior with a record of 23-3 this year, 52-22 in his career, 3rd in his district last year, Justin Mayer. His opponent is a junior with a record of 22-8 this year, 50 wins and 20 losses in his career, from Paulsboro High School, Mike Zoll. At 119 pounds, a senior with a record of 28-0 this year, 124-9 in his career, a 2-time district champion and 1-time runner-up, a 2-time regional champion who has placed 4th and 5th in the state, from Gateway Regional, Chuck Zeisloff. His opponent is a senior with a record of 32-3 this year, 104-35 in his career. He has twice placed 3rd and once placed 2nd in district competition, from Paulsboro High School, Sean Diema. At 125 pounds, a senior with a record of 21-5 this year, 75-29 in his career, a district runner-up last year, from West Deptford High School, Donald Dennis. His opponent is a senior with a record of 34-0 this year, 147-14 in his career, a 3-time district champion, a 3-time regional champion, 2nd in the state last year after a 4th place finish the year before, from Paulsboro High School, Joe Duca. At 130 pounds, from Clearview Regional High School with a record of 25-2 this year, 42-11 in his career, Dan Cornu. His opponent is a junior with a record of 28-5 this year, 74-29 in his career, twice a district runner-up from Paulsboro High School, Demir Rappa. At 135 pounds, a junior with a record of 24-2 this year, 67-17 in his career, first in his district last year, third as a sophomore, fourth in the regionals last year, from West Stepford High School, Drew Spector. His opponent is a junior with a record of 12-10 this year, 16-18 in his career, from Paulsboro High School, Tyree Ellis. At 140 pounds, a junior with a record of 20 wins and 7 losses this year, 37-34 in his career, fourth in his district last year, from West Stepford High School, Sean Bonner. His opponent from Paulsboro High School, a junior, a record of 23-11 this year, 56-38 in his career, third in his district last year, Anthony Dawson. At 145 pounds, a senior with a record of 25-1 this year, 76-38 in his career, first in his district last year, third as a junior, as a sophomore, fourth as a freshman, from West Stepford High School, Nick Araldi. His opponent, a junior with a record of 22-6 this year, 63-30 in his career, third in the district last year, fourth the year before, from Deptford High School, Brett Carrero. 152 pounds, from Pittman High School, a senior with a record of 23-5 this year, 56-43 in his career, Nick Corelli. His opponent, a senior with a record of 15-11 this year, 33-39 in his career, a district runner-up last year, from Paulsboro High School, Bruce Martell. At 160 pounds, a junior with a record of 22-5 this year, 62-22 in his career, second in this district 2 years ago, from Clearview Regional, Andrew Hughes. His opponent is a senior with a record of 23-3 this year, 86-31 in his career, twice a District 29 champion, from Deptford Township High School, Rob Loeffler. At 171 pounds, a senior with a record of 16-7 this year, 24-10 in his career, from West Deptford High School, Max Fitzgerald. His opponent, a senior with a record of 11-20 this year and in his career, from Paulsboro High School, Tyler Burlingame. At 189 pounds, a senior with a record of 14-0 this year, 46-7 in his career, a runner-up in his district last year and fourth in the region, from West Deptford, Jimmy Owens. His opponent is a senior with a record of 25-10 this year, 36-16 in his career, third in his district a year ago, from Paulsboro High School, Jamar Bussey. at 215 pounds. A senior with a record of 22-4. He was second in this district last year, third in this district 2 years ago, from West Deptford High School, Mike Pacidi. His opponent is a senior with a record of 33-1 this year, 132-18 in his career, a three-time district champion, second in the region last year, first the year before, third in the state last year, and fifth the year before, from Paulsboro High School, Zach Greenwald. At 285 pounds, a sophomore with a record of 20-3 this year, fourth in this district a year ago, from Clayton High School, Tom Rementer. His opponent is a junior with a record of 30-4 this year, 59-18 in his career, from Paulsboro High School, Nick Curl. Thank you.
There are your lineups for tonight's District 29 finals. And we're going to get ready for 103 pounds. We're going to have Tyler Kaminsky of West Deptford going up against Chris Norris of Gateway. Norris, a 9-4 winner over the number 2 seed Cody Croce of Paulsboro in the semifinals. Meanwhile, on the other side, Kaminsky with a fall over Rory McPeak of Gloucester Catholic, 3 minutes 56, or I'm sorry, over Whitman. Stepping in and getting ready to join us. Welcome, Voge.
Thank you.
I do want to mention I did misspeak in the opening because I didn't want to shortchange Rob Lawfer. He is actually going for his 3rd district title tonight, and of course you mentioned that in the introductions.
Terrific.
Here we go, 103 pounds. Kaminsky and Norris.
And Kaminsky, we've seen a couple times this year. He's an outstanding young wrestler. Of course, both wrestlers out there are freshmen, and we will try and keep account of the team scoring as we go through. We have the up-to-date team scoring going into the final.
Head down. Head down. Get out of there.
Kaminsky this year has 3 losses. All quality losses to Lower Cape May, to...
Oh, look out, Voge. This one might not last long. Takedown.
St. Augustine, Scatanella, where Chris Norris, also a freshman, has lost 4 times this year to West Deptford. Kaminsky already 9-5, to Haddon Heights, to Collingswood, and to Timber Creek. You notice the officials working in tandem out there. Michael Kane is in charge of the bout. Chris Morris is on the side. He will assist in this bout. You notice when the wrestlers go out there and they have a lot of confidence, they strike early, even as freshmen.
And Kaminsky has a couple pins in this tournament to advance. A lot of pins on the first night, huh, Voge?
Oh, there were an extraordinary amount of pins. Kaminsky came in as the number 1 seed. He had a 34-second fall over Rory McPeak of Gloucester Catholic.
Get back
He's
points,
ready for another one. Oh, my.
There's the pin.
Oh, my. 1 minute, 44 seconds. 1:44.
Tyler Kaminsky, freshman, winning his first.
And you'll see him around for 3 more years.
Do want to mention Cody Croce of Paulsboro Votes finishing 3rd, so Kaminsky, Norris, Croce all advanced, and Kaminsky doing a nice job. Think of him when it comes to the end of the night for some honors, maybe.
Yeah, Croce won his consolation in 5 minutes with a fall over Robbie Whitman of Clearview. So on Tuesday night, Chris Norris and Cody Croce will be competing. Tyler Kaminsky will not come back in action until Friday night.
Set us up at 112, Voge.
112 pounds. we have Justin Mayer of Deptford, the number 1 seed. He's against Mike Zold of Paulsboro in the red. He's the number 2 seed. Justin Mayer got there with a forfeit win in the opening round, the 354 pin in the second round. He's 23-3. Mike Zold, the number 2 seed, had a 29-second fall in the first round, and then a very tough match with Evan Zuzulak of West Deptford winning 3-2 in the semifinals.
And Zold's had a couple tough matches with Zuzulak. They went overtime, if you remember, Vogeding, in the dual meet. And a tough one this time. And Merritt is doing a great job for Deptford. Joe Hollywood always does a good job over at Deptford High School. And you always see a few of the Deptford wrestlers in the finals when it comes time for districts.
Without doubt. And Chris Mays is the official in charge in this match. Ron Roberts is the assistant. Mayer, a junior with 3 losses. Lost to Keller of Timber Creek, who's an outstanding wrestler, and twice to Kurt Delia of Delsey. So he's only lost to 2 wrestlers this year.
No points.
Out of bounds. Zoll with 8 losses among his 30 bouts this year, including a loss to Newton, Haddonfield, Pennsville, Absegami, where he had a pretty big lead and ended up getting pinned in that match. Kurt Delia of Delsey, along with a wrestler from Westfield, Virginia, early in the year.
Delia is obviously somebody we're going to see next week, Vogue, when it gets time to regions.
Without a doubt. Officials are assigned by the State Athletic Association. Zold in on a single. Nice job by Mayer countering it. That's why he's the number 1 seed. Mayer takes the early 2-0 lead.
Last year, Chuck Zeisloff won this weight class.
And we'll see Chuck coming up very shortly. An outstanding wrestler in his own way, going on to Rider University next year. Zoll's choice, he chooses a defensive or down position. Justin Mayer has been very impressive so far. He only wrestled once going into this bout, but it was a 354 fall over Alex Moncher of Clearview. And only having lost to 2 different wrestlers coming into this, it's very impressive. But nice height for a 12-pounder. Lean and mean, just like you were as a youngster.
I wasn't lean or mean, but thanks. Let the people that don't know about that think so. Mayer going to bring Zold right back to the mat. That's how you draw it up.
And see that height coming into good usefulness there, because he's turked the legs. And if he can break the man, well, he's going to lose the turk. But he's not afraid to step over the back because he's got that nice height. Of course, every time I try to keep a running score, I mess up somewhere. But we'll try and keep account of it as we're going through. Chris Mays wrestled some years back for Oakcrest. More of a later weight back then.
What are you saying?
Ron Roberts, of course, wrestled for Buna High School.
Mayer just right back to the mat.
Completely in control.
I was going to say, and you saw that. I think he knew where he was.
Yep.
Brings the guy right back down to the mat. Zold does get out, gets a point, 2-1.
There have been 84 time district champions in South Jersey history, so I think we're going to see some wrestlers adding to that tonight. The district title won by Tyler Kaminsky was the 78th in West Deptford's storied career.
And they're favored to win a couple of the weights later on tonight.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Drew Spector is a returning champion. Nick Araldi's a returning champion. They all won last year. So Tyler Kaminsky makes it 78 for West Deptford. Before the night's over, they'll be at 80 or more.
Of course, Deptford High School out there now, they have a nice tradition of high school wrestling. Why don't you look it up? We'll see a few more of the Deptford wrestlers coming up. Carrero, Loeffler.
And Loeffler, of course, is quite a wrestler in his own right. Deptford's had 44 district champions, the last of whom was Rob Loeffler last year. He and Matt McCall won titles. As you mentioned before, Loeffler's won 2 in a row, going for his 3rd tonight.
Now you talk about Deptford, you automatically think Valeco and Joe Hollywood.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Caution on Paulsboro.
Rich Bundy, where I think King Kong Bundy came from. In the past, you could see Joe Hollywood right over his old shoulder in the background. Rich Bundy, the first Deptford district champion. John Valeco won a couple. Jerry Valeco won 4 of them.
Still 2-1. Well, Mayor's got a chance to put Zold in some trouble. Zold did a nice job fighting out of that. There's the escape now by Mayor, 3-1. No takedown.
Joe Hollywood, as you mentioned, a mainstay at Deptford High School. He has 129 coaching wins in his career, but not blessed with a lot of talent some years. 156 losses, 1 tie. Jeff Lieb in the corner with him in this bout.
On the line, Zold trying to get a takedown. I don't think he's going to get it. 50 seconds left. Mayor knowing where he is on that mat, though.
Mat awareness, it's called. 3rd period, he has a 3-1 lead. Conditioning comes into effect here. If you're in good condition, sometimes you can steal some late points.
There's a takedown in a tie match.
With 22 seconds to go, he's got back points.
Did he get the
Looked
count?
like he had back points.
I don't think he got it. No back points. 14 seconds for Mayor to get out.
And we're tied up 3-3. You don't want to see any overtime tonight, do you? Paul Marina, the head coach of Paulsboro, looking on.
Just want to see some good matches. Watch Mayor's explosion. Trying to step up.
Zold's got to pick up the leg.
And he got out. He's got a 4-3 lead.
8 seconds to go. Oh, my.
So oh, my. Oh, my.
Oh, my.
3 seconds left.
Oh, brother. 5-4 lead. He's got to hold him down for 3 seconds. That's an eternity.
It's over.
Oh, my.
Wow.
Oh, brother.
$5-4 Zold.
Oh, brother. So I was saying going into that match, it's conditioning. Now they're going to pause here and present the medals for the 103-pounders.
Okay, well, while you're doing that, Voge, how many district champs for Paulsboro now?
That makes for Paulsboro 357 district champions. Now you got to remember back years ago, where everybody considered Paulsboro part of the South Jersey Championships, that was, in the eyes of the state, District 4.
As we take a look at Cody Croce finishing third at 103 pounds.
The runner-up from Gateway High School, Chris Norris.
Chris Norris, the runner-up at 103 pounds.
2010 District 29 champion at 103 pounds from West Bedford High School.
And there's your champion. Tyler Kaminsky.
Yep.
Right at the same time, Coach.
Yeah.
Like we rehearsed that. It's got to be special to hold that.
Oh, and many more coming to that young man. He's a tireless worker.
Do want to mention as we get ready for the 119 match, I'd like to thank Dr. Barry Caniglo and the South Jersey Wrestling Hall of Fame for making it possible for us to do this match tonight.
It could be another barn burner at 119. The returning champion, Chuck Zeisloff, senior, 28-0. He's been a two-time district champion and once a runner-up, two-time regional champion. He's going to meet Sean Diema, 32-3 this year. Zeisloff undefeated. Diema has lost to C.J. Palmer of Delaware Valley, to Zeisloff 7-3 in a dual meet, and to Shane Longstreth of Council Rock North.
This is Zeisloff's fourth appearance in the final, all three times before this, wrestling a Paulsboro opponent, losing to Dunnett his first year, and then beating Demir Rapp the last 2 years. And we talked about already beating Diema this year.
Yes.
Of course, his dad was a district champion in the mid-'80s, Chuck Zeisloff for Gateway.
Gateway's had 41 district champions over the years. The last two district champions have been Chuck Zeisloff. And his father was a district champion in 1984, 135 pounds.
Beat Barnes, I believe, of Woodbury. I'm trying to remember that far back.
Yeah, and of course, Chucky is a much smaller wrestler, so that must mean his father kept eating all the food over the years.
There's a takedown. Not yet. There it is.
There's two. Oh, my.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, my. Quick reaction by Zeisloff. Oh, my. Like shark around a wounded fish.
So you say, 5-0 lead. Zeisloff, two-time region champ, 4th and 5th in the state. Looking to add to those numbers and off to a quick 5-0 lead. There's the escape, 5-1. Diema has been down before in matches and come back to win.
But with all the savvy that Chuck Zeisloff has, it would be a very difficult task here. Not impossible, just improbable. That district championship that Chuck Zeisloff Sr. won, as you mentioned, was a pin over Mike Barnes of Woodbury in 313. And of course, Woodbury is now a co-op program with Gateway.
5-1, we're in the second now. Zeisloff on bottom.
As we mentioned, Zeisloff next year going to Rider University.
And we're talking to Diema last week. He made his choice.
He's going to Lock Haven University.
6-1 now.
Both young men, pretty good wrestling talents. Both work very, very hard at this sport. The oldest and greatest sport in the United States, in the world, really.
You remember, Vodes, when it started. In the ancient days, ancient times.
Oh, thanks a lot, Mondelli. Sizlov stalking. In on the single. He lifts it high and trips. Like that. He gets another 2. And it's now 8-1.
There you go. And by the way, apparently there's water dripping from the mat. You can see Ron Roberts' foot once in a while wiping up the whatever's dropping down from the roof.
Well, I can imagine it's air conditioning because it's been hot in here all weekend. That's the worst thing we need right now is a drip from the roof.
Bubble. Why did they say bubble?
That can make for dangerous conditions out there.
(8-2). Look at Zeislav. Oh my God. Makes it look so easy, Coach.
And here he's wrestling a wrestler that is 32-3 and making the fundamentals look so easy. That's for the amount of hours he put in.
10-2 lead.
Chuck Lucas, the head coach at Gateway. Jim Rudder in the corner with him. Other assistants, Dave Brown, Ron White, and Pete Ryan.
And we go to the third.
Major decision territory right now.
As we see the Gator contingent. Lucas on the left.
Yep.
Get to see Zeislav on top now, how he works.
That's what you call very methodical on top.
And I think this is something you like to see, Village. A wrestler work on top. Don't give up the point right away. Try and break his man down.
Well, it shows the fundamentals. It shows how hard they work in the wrestling room. (10-2) lead by Zeislav. Under a minute remaining in regulation.
We'll go back to the center.
Zeislav going after his 125th career victory.
There's an escape.
Third district championship.
Only 9 losses in his career.
Shows how hard he has worked since his freshman year on.
But look at Zeislav out there moving.
Oh yeah. Stays in motion. That's the name of the game. Stay in motion. Very methodical.
Third district title. 10-3 win. Chuck Zeislav of Gateway. And we're going to have the presentation of the award ceremony at 112 pounds, Voj.
In third place, from West Edward High School, Evan Zuzalak.
Third place at 112 pounds from West Deptford, Evan Zuzalak.
The runner-up from Deptford High School, Justin Mayer.
Justin Mayer, the runner-up from Deptford Township High School.
Evan Zuzalak, please report to.
Waiting for Zuzalak to get there.
And the 2010 District 29 champion at 112 pounds from Paulsboro High School, Mike Zoll.
Mike Zoll, district champion.
The 125 pound championship bout.
Okay, Vogue, 125, Duca and Dennis, a rematch of a dual meet not too long ago.
That's correct. And Donald Dennis, a senior from West Deptford, 21-5. Duca is one of his losses, and Duca on a mission to win a state title this year, 34-0 going in, 147 wins, which is a school record, 3-time district champion, 3-time regional champion, outstanding wrestler in the past in Region 8, second in the state last year in the tiebreaker, which went 8.5 minutes, and fourth the year before. Dennis third in the district last year, second the year before.
And Duca with the takedown in 9 seconds, and now it's 2-1, and now 4-1.
Chuck Zeislof's a thing of beauty to watch out there, just like Duca is. Duca is very, very methodical on the mat, and very quick. Outstanding on his feet. Oh my, jerk the leg. Looking for back points. Oh my.
Go.
6-1 lead, 44 seconds left, first period.
Duke advanced to this point with a 15-second fall on opening night against Damian Hart of Gloucester. Then he had a 38-second fall against Ryan Clayton of Pittman.
He might have another first period fall here.
Oh, brother. 129 time of the fall.
District 29 champion, 125 pounds.
Fourth district title for Duca. Great sportsmanship by the two wrestlers.
I was just saying, nice gesture there. Donald Dennis has seen him before. Probably don't want to see him soon again, but nice gesture.
I'm sure he hopes he sees him about this time next week, Vogue.
Yeah, in the finals.
Exactly.
At 119 pounds.
Medalist at 119 pounds.
From West Deptford High School,
David Parker of West Deptford won a 6-20 overtime sudden victory pin over Vinny Ferretti in the consolation bout to place third. Runner-up, Sean Diema, has never won a district title, but he's been there all 4 years. And Chuck Zeisloff, third year in a row, he's won a district title. What an amazing young man.
Hey, that Parker match, Vogue, that third place match at 119, was that a wild match? Parker lets up 2 seconds at the buzzer to end up having to go to overtime. And then actually picks up extra team points because he gets a pin in the overtime.
Yeah.
130 pounds, Demir Rappa, Paulsboro, Dan Cornu, Clearview.
Demir Rappa comes into this, the senior, with a 103 fall over John Childress of Deptford in the opening round, a 305 fall over Alan Schaefer of Gloucester Catholic in the semifinals. Dan Cornu, the number 2 seed, had a 17-second fall over Tyler Cobley of Gateway in the opening session. 5:46 fall over Josh Giuliano of West Deptford in the semifinals. Schaefer come back with a 1:59 fall over Giuliano to place 3rd and earn his trip to Absegami.
Both have a common loss, and that is Gillard. I think they both beat Gillard and both lost to Gillard this year.
Yeah. Namir Rappa beat Gillard early in the year, and then he lost to him 15-7. Rappa also lost to a wrestler from Solanco and Sussex Central in the Escape the Rock tournament. Lost to Eric Hamrick, 5-4 of Collingswood, and Joe Devone of St. Augustine, 5-4.
Stall warning already on Cornu.
Cornu's losses were, as you mentioned, to Paul Buchanan and Rob Gillard, 25-2 going into the spout. With that 4th district championship that Joey Duca.
Oh, look out.
Next, oh my.
Going to get 2 for Rappa. They waved it off.
I think, yeah, I was just going to say, I don't think he had that. Good overhook by Rappa to stay out of trouble. That championship, that 4th district title, was the 81st wrestler in South Jersey history to win 4 district titles.
Scoreless first period.
And the 15th in Paulsboro history, with an array of former stars: Carmel Marina, Jeff Hamilton, Adam Miller, Larry DeVault, Matt Suter, Jermaine Ruffin, Scott Guerin.
Yeah, vote. We only have 14 weight classes. You're going to get them all in now, huh?
Troy Bennett, Tom Curl, Mike Mendenhall, Brian Tracy, Eddie Wertenberger, Alex Silvestro, Demetrius Hester. Did that pretty quick, huh?
Yes, you did.
1-0, Rappa escapes.
Remember, a stall warning already on Cornu. Rappa getting in low.
And on the legs, but he's got to be careful. He can't fall to his hip too soon. Trying to come out the back door, but Cornu has got a counter for it.
One-point Paulsboro, locking hands.
I don't think they're neutral. Are they neutral? Then it wasn't locking hands. It might have been a scissors.
Oh, is that what it was? Oh, legal hold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably had a scissors, slipped into a scissors on the head. Rappa again. Now he falls to his hip. That's his Achilles. Rappa with a 2-0 lead. He's got to be careful here because Cornu will be down in the last period. Rappa stalking.
Another takedown. Not yet.
Not yet. He's got to step over hard. Nothing yet.
There it is.
There it is.
So strange looking at that Clearview bench and not seeing John Marinelli in the corner, Village.
Oh, yeah. First year for Keith Moreland in the corner. He's a former
catcher for the Phillies. No, I'm sorry. Different one. Different one.
Different Moreland. This is Keith Moreland. First year at Clearview. 10-8 record this year. There he is on the left-hand side in the corner. I'm not sure if that's Rob Fair with him or not. I asked who would be in the corner. He never identified.
Looks like Cartella.
Chris Cartella, former Clearview wrestler.
I might be wrong.
Well, we named them all. And at one time, Keith Moreland was the head coach of Virginia Tech. So he's got a lot to bring to the table.
4-0 lead, third period.
You know, and this is where Paulsboro has been so strong over the years. Their conditioning really wears a lot of wrestlers down in the final period. Into the final 2 minutes.
There's a second stall. We got a point. It's now 5-0.
And when we saw this earlier in the tournament where a couple of wrestlers gave up late points to Paulsboro wrestlers.
There's the escape. Purdue with a 4-point deficit.
Interesting story I heard.
Oh, look at that. He's got the leg.
Cornu in.
Get right back into this match with the
Overhook.
takedown.
The overhook's going to counter it. Still got the overhook.
Nice job by Rappa there, Voge.
Heard an interesting story last night that Paul Marino was relating to today, that the kids, as they were going out last night, were throwing some snowballs. One inadvertently hit a lady. She asked Marino, couldn't he control his kids better? He took them back to the school, and he ran them for 30 minutes back into school. A couple kids didn't have sneaks. He said, if you got dress shoes on, you're running your dress shoes.
Another takedown, 7-1.
And the armbar on by Rappa. 7-1 lead. There are no guppies this far upstream.
Yeah, it's all tough. We saw it in the opening.
A lot of talent there, a lot of sharks.
How about the mental aspect of wrestling these next 3 weeks, Voge?
Oh, it's grueling, and especially for the teams that were in the groups last week. You know, with all those snow outs, some of these teams were wrestling Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you have to be mentally prepared this time of the year. That's why there are no guppies this far upstream.
So I've heard. 7-2. And 9-2, and that's the way it looks like it's going to end up. 9-2. Demir Rappa of Paulsboro.
And after 2 second-place finishes in district competition, that's his first championship.
Yeah, he just wanted to get out of Zeislov's weight class, I think. Lost to Chuck Zeislov the last couple of years at 112 pounds. So Rapid a winner at 130, and we go to 125 for the presentation over there.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the awards at 100.
We're moving right along tonight, Voge.
Yes, we are.
In third place from Deptford High School.
Probably worst thing I could have said.
Third place at 125 pounds was Justin Denenhauer of Deptford.
Deptford High School, Donald Dennis.
The runner-up, Donald Dennis from West Deptford, and a 4-time District 29 champion, Joey Duca. And look at the facial
I was going to
expression.
say, he's got his game face on, doesn't he, Voge?
Yep, that's no big deal to him. Been there, done that.
Great article on Duca, I think, by Bill Evans in the Gloucester County Times this week.
Yes.
He doesn't care about the 4 and 4, it's just the 1.
Absolutely.
From Paulsboro, Tyree Ellis. The number 1 seed from West Deptford, Drew Spector.
24-2 coming into this bout. A district champion last year, 3rd year before, 4th in the regions last year. He has 67 career wins, and wrestling kind of a novice for Paulsboro, and a kind of a surprise being in this bout. Tyree Ellis, he's a junior, 12-10 this year, 16-18 in his career. So he wasn't really expected to be here, but he's here. Tribute to his hard work. You know, wrestling's a rather simple sport. If you buy into the program, it can pay big dividends. Potentially dangerous. Drew Spector got here with a 150 fall over Oscar Morales of Gloucester in his opening bout. 4-0 win over George Skabinski of Clearview in the semifinals. Tyree Ellis, the number 3 seed, 14-6 winner over Tyler McIlvain of Pittman, followed by a 5:48 fall over number 2 seed Brandon DiBartolo of Gloucester Catholic. Skabinski come back with a 9-7 sudden victory, overtime win over DiBartolo to earn his right to go to Absegami.
And how about it? Let's hear it for Gloucester, first trip in the districts.
First trip to the districts in years. Of course, a lot of people don't realize that they had districts years ago and actually had a district champion at one time. Of course, it was known as the South Jersey Championships back then, but it was really District 4 in the state of New Jersey. And Rich Eppelman of Gloucester in 1947 won by a fall in the finals, and he was their first ever district champion. You didn't know that, did you?
No, but I knew if I just led you to it, you can, lead a horse, the whole scoreless first period. We get ready to go to the second, and a chance to mention John Craig, the West Deptford coach. Congratulations to John, our coach of the year here in District 29.
And very deserving. What a class guy, and what a great program he's put together. And they're going to be heard from in the next few years, without a doubt. There's John Craig on the left in your screen. Coaching with him in the corner is Bob Honorado, I believe a former Camden Catholic wrestler. I could be wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, winning 50-50.
Let me get my winning 50 ticket up. 50-50 ticket.
1, 3, 5,
Another exercise in futility.
7, 4. Last 3 numbers, 074.
074. You got that?
No, I
I'm glad I didn't say to you we should be partners.
There's the escape.
I tried to be partners one time with you in the fall, and it didn't work.
It was after the fact. 1-0 Spectre.
Yeah, but we have such a close relationship. I would have thought you would have said, yeah, Vogue, for you, we'll be partners.
Let's get back to the match, Vogue. Spectre, you've seen him wrestle a lot this year. What do you like about Spectre?
He's just relentless. He just keeps coming at you. Zach Cohen, one of his losses, and Scott Fastidio, his other loss, and they're both quality wrestlers, one from Williamstown, one from North Jersey.
The Long Branch match, actually, that's what I was.
Yep, and just keeps coming at you.
Yeah.
Hard nose. This next several weight classes that West Deptford's going to put out in the mat had a very exciting year in the middleweights this year. You're going to see Nick Araldi coming up. You're going to see some wrestlers who really are hard-nosed and relentless. Drew Spector, a district champion a year ago, so he is a senior. He's a junior. He's going after his second district championship.
And he got the takedown, 3-0. Seconds.
Winner of the 50-50, Chris Adair from Denver.
These are the times when we talk about votes, when you're on top, not letting the guy go, making sure you know how to, ride on top, because you don't want to get up these cheap points at the end of periods.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's huge to protect that lead.
Seen Spector several times this year, only a couple times Ellis votes, but what I've seen of Ellis, his key is his strong point is his strength.
Upper body strength.
Yeah.
Pretty good football player for his size. Not blessed with great size.
And we'll go to the third, 3-0 lead for Spector.
Very methodical, Spector is. Been there, done that. He knows what to do. You can't let up on him because he can reach around at any time, get that upper body throw, and next thing you know, you're on your back. So you have to lower your level, keep him down to the mat.
Spector putting time on the mat today on 4-0 tough match in the semis. He was in control the whole time, but it was a 4-0 match.
Right.
This one 3-0 right now.
As opposed to Ellis winning 14-6 in his first match, 12-10 in the, or excuse me, 5-48 in the second match, where he had to come from behind to get a pin there. So he scored a lot of points. And you know what's remarkable this season is you see so many of these kids who are improving because they put the time in the off season. And I think that's a big key to a lot of the successful programs.
Almost turning Ellis. Spector there.
Very close.
Got the
closing in on the final minute of the bout. So if Ellis is going to try and make it a match, it's 3-0, but
there's a stall warning on Ellis.
Yeah. Got to come up off the bottom. I notice West Effort this year has done a good job with legs in. They put the legs in, they reach the half in, they try the arm bars. There's somebody on the staff teaching legs.
There's a lot of wrestlers now, working out 12 months.
Yes.
Year round, Vogt, was it as big when you were coaching, or most kids involved in multiple sports?
No, a lot of kids are involved in multiple sports. They would go from football into wrestling or basketball and then into baseball or track.
4-0 now on another stall.
Very seldom anymore do you have a athlete who goes out there and earns 3 varsity letters.
So Spector in back-to-back 4-0 matches. That's the way this one's going to end. He'll win his 2nd district title.
And very methodical.
So Spector 4-0. Of course, usually the seating meeting is for regions. They wait a couple days. It's going to be tomorrow. We're taping. I mean, we're doing this on Saturday.
Yep.
We're going to seed on Sunday. Well, actually, they do it. Do they do a reseed or no?
Yeah, after Wednesday night.
Okay.
130-pound medal winners.
From Gloucester Catholic High School,
3rd place. Alan Schaefer from Gloucester Catholic finishes 3rd.
From Clearview High School, Dan Cornu.
And from Clearview Regional, Dan Cornu, the runner-up.
District 29 champion, 130 pounds. From Paulsboro High School, Demir Rappa.
And Demir Rappa joins a long list of district champions for Paulsboro. They've already had 3 tonight.
The 140-pound championship bout.
So that gives them
2 seed from Paulsboro, Anthony Dawson.
259 in their illustrious career.
Couple juniors here. Anthony Dawson of Paulsboro, the number 2 seed, against the top seed, Sean Bonner of West Effort. Both wrestlers only wrestling once in this tournament, advancing by forfeit in their first round, and then a 154 fall for Bonner and a 39-second pin for Dawson.
And it's matching the number 1 and number 2 seeds, with Dawson being the number 1 seed. Dawson this year has 11 losses, but to a lot of pretty interesting guys. Schlitt of Haddonfield.
Already lost to Bonner, by the way, 11-4.
He lost to Bonner 11-4 in a dual meet. Troy Willett of Absegami, Rich Westlock of Roselle Park. So he's had some tough losses, but he's profited from that. He's come into this district with on a mission, and he's really wrestling well. Oh my. Can't get back points there because the upper part of the body is out of bounds. He's got to be careful not to twist him the wrong way when he brings him down. Ron Roberts, the official in charge. My observations this year on Dawson is that he worked really hard in the off-season. He has really been pretty good on his feet this year. His Achilles heel has been riding someone. He develops a good ride. He could be a phenomenal wrestler next year. Got to get him back to the mat.
There's the escape by Bonner.
Yep. If you don't get him back to the mat, you're going to get hit with a stalling call. There again, there was a perfect example of having the lead, but not being able to keep your man down on the mat and riding him. But he struck with the early takedown, and that's his strength.
And we'll go to the second 2-1 lead for Dawson.
His mom, by the way, makes the best cookies in town.
I was going to wait till after this match, Vogt, but actually made me some today when I came in. Vern was right there with the bag. Thanks, Kathy.
And you didn't share any with me?
You already had some. That's how I found out about them.
Dawson battling, trying to get off the bottom. Trying to drive into Bonner, trying to break the grip around his leg. If he breaks that grip, he'll get an escape. Bonner staying right after him, relentless. Stalemate. Neither wrestler can advance out of that position, then you've got to call the stalemate. Gives Dawson a fresh start on the bottom.
Looks like the middleweights will stay strong for West Deptford. Bonner back again next year. Spector back.
Yeah, they're loaded in the middle.
Lose Dennis, lose Araldi.
And of course, John Craig getting the Coach of the Year this year, rightfully so, because he's really brought that program along. I think they have a lot of confidence in their coach, and they have confidence in each other. Pays big dividends. Again, another little bit of a weakness for Dawson trying to come off the bottom. He's got a battle. Going to be in almost a stalemate situation again. He's got to get his hips out.
Nice job by Bonner, too, Vogt, because he's going to hang on another 20 seconds, and he'll have his choice in the third to try and tie this match.
And he's hanging on the legs. You got to be careful because he could get called for stalling. Did the right thing there. Just let go and then go right after his man. Pretty smart move.
Nice job on top. About now, he's probably wishing it was riding time again in high school.
Yeah.
We're going to go to the third 2-1 lead for Dawson. He got the takedown in the first.
Spector will be down. Dawson will be challenged to try and ride him for the period. No, more than likely, you'll see them on their feet again.
Let me ask you a question. If Dawson's strength was on his feet and he's not as strong on the bottom, why wouldn't he have taken neutral to start the second when he had his choice?
Well, that's a good question.
Almost had Bonner in some trouble.
Dawson trying to drive for back points. Trying to wind him up. Got back exposure. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Gonna have a 3-point near fall. Guy's got to clear his legs. Wants to spin behind if he can. Try and reestablish control. Got a 5-1 lead. 5-2.
Big turn of events there, Voj.
Big 3-point near fall. Oh my, Dawson don't want to go flying up here, but he spins behind. Oh my. What a turnaround from the dual meet.
11-4 in the dual meet, Bonner winning. Dawson up now, 7-2, 40 seconds left.
And you have to wonder at what time might they ask Dawson to cut him loose if it doesn't look like he can turn him for back points. But we're in the third period, going into the last 30 seconds. If he can keep him down, picks up the ankle, breaks his man down.
They already turned him once here in the period, though, Voj. I don't think you're going to let him go right now.
You get this close to the end, you just want to hold on. Break the man down.
There's the escape, 7-3. Bonner's going to need a big throw here. Might as well go for it.
Oh, my.
And he's not going to do it. Dawson's going to win, 7-3.
Wow. The number 2 seed beats the number 1 seed.
Will the award winners at 135 please work in the award stand?
A lot of trips to that stand by the Red Raiders tonight.
135 pounds.
Wow.
From Clearview High School, George Skabinski.
135-pound third place, George Skabinski from Clearview Regional.
Tyree Ellis.
Tyree Ellis, second place at 135.
29 champion.
Drew Spector winning his district title again. Great job by the 35-pounders.
145 championship final. The number 2 seed from Deptford, Brent Carrero.
Here we go to 145. Nick Araldi at West Deptford, 25-1. His only loss to a wrestler from Brearley this year. 76 career wins, first in the district last year, third as a sophomore, and fourth as a freshman. His opponent, Brett Carrero of Deptford, 22-6, a junior. 63 career wins, third and fourth, and 2 trips to the districts. Oh my. Tell you what, the underdogs are battling today.
Hey, Voj, nothing to lose when you're the underdog. They don't expect you to win. See Carrero showing a little aggressiveness there early. Already with that great match against Harrison at Collingswood a couple weeks ago in that dual meet, Voj.
Oh, sure was. That was one on a illegal slam.
No, that was the, I thought that was the Spector
oh, I'm sorry.
Hamrick match.
Yeah, that's right. He had the win against
Harrison.
Brian Hairston. Yeah, you're right.
No score, a minute in.
4 champions for Paulsboro so far, and that makes 360 in their illustrious career. That's amazing.
Raldi trying to bring Carrero back in.
There it is. Wow. Raldi's another wrestler who has just seemed to improve from year to year. Gets a little better every year.
Yeah, when you look at those records, 15-15, 16-15, 20-7, and this year 25-1.
Right, starts out as a 500 wrestler the first 2 years, improved to 20-7 a year ago, and 25-1 this year. That means something. That means they're working awfully hard to improve their sport. Raldy, of course, a football player as well.
Was he the quarterback?
I believe he played quarterback for the Eagles. Has intentions of going to Gloucester County College next year. And one of his activities in high school is the ping pong club. You were pretty good at that, weren't you?
No, you know, I'm still actually, Vogue, I wasn't lean, mean, or a ping pong player, so we're really
we're striking out tonight.
Yeah. Always had a good personality, though, Vogue.
Yes, without a doubt.
It's the escape, now 3-0.
Wally veteran in the Deptford corner and Joe Hollywood. And a long arm of the law in the West Deptford corner.
Oh, yeah.
John Craig, one of West Deptford's finest. See Mark White walking around today?
I did.
Another protector.
Of course, Mark's father right next to us, making sure nobody gets near the table.
Absolutely. Got to protect us.
3-0 lead. Nick Raldy, 1:10 left in the second.
Had some nice comments about the showing of the 2009 South Jersey Wrestling Hall of Fame production.
Well, that's good. They're obviously one of the reasons we're here tonight, and hopefully down at Absegami, we're getting close to that mark for Absegami next week. Raldy trying to spin around. He can pop his head. He can get another takedown, Vogue.
Yep. Oh, my. Oh, my.
Got it.
There he goes.
5-0 lead.
And, of course, as people have asked this year about the productions and about our work, it's a different ball game now with funding needed to get out to these events.
Need sponsorship, Bodes. Need sponsorship. 5-1.
Brett Carrero, fourth 2 years ago, third last year.
Will all award winners at 140 pounds please report?
Within 2 minutes of finishing second this year.
And Raldy looking for his second straight title.
Yes.
Go to the third. 5-1 lead.
Nice crowd in here, wall-to-wall people. Almost standing room.
Well, there are it is standing room. I guess it's standing room. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
nothing.
Not a thing.
Back in on those legs. Can he get another takedown?
Just got to lift that leg high. Lift that leg high and use back heel trip. Trying. Oh, there it goes.
Wow.
See how he tackled the ankles just there going out? Kept his feet in. It's an easy two.
Injury time, or is it blood time? Looks like blood time.
Blood time out. We had a lot of that in this tournament.
I was noticing in the consolations, what was it, the 112-pound consolation match? Took a long time. You did mention the South Jersey Wrestling Hall of Fame banquet, folks. I do want to mention that they are one of our sponsors. Is also Dr. Barry Caniglio, chiropractor. Thanks to those. And Barry's dad was a long-time high school wrestling official, correct?
Prince Valiant.
Is that his nickname?
Yeah, we called him Prince Valiant. He had that hairstyle that made him look like he was coming right out of the Knights of the Round Table. And he was an excellent official. Gave it up much too early in his career. Firm and fair.
Look at the clock, 1:22 left, third period, 7-1 lead to Raldy.
Because that's going back a few years. You may not remember Barry Caniglio on the mat.
No, when would that be, Vogue? Seriously. Serious.
Well, back in the, the late 60s.
The late 60s?
Early 70s.
I should be able to remember that. Early 70s, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Greg Metzger, the trainer who's been on doing yeoman job here over the weekend, the Paulsboro trainer, has really been doing a great job. A lot of blood work, constantly looking after the
new
wrestlers.
The new fight doctor.
Yes.
You look like you're looking for something, Voge.
I have too much here.
Yes, you do.
No, I just want to make sure I got the trainer's name correct. Chris Metzger, I did have it correct.
Didn't get a chance to look at this program. Nice picture of you in it. No, I guess not. Let's take a break, Voge. We'll be back. More action after this timeout. Back at 1:45, there's a flurry of activity there. 7-3, 8-3 now, Araldi. It's a little blood timeout. Araldi back in on those legs, though, trying to get another takedown. And he got it.
Yeah.
10-3.
It's called persistence. He's very close to picking up extra team points for the Eagles.
Paulsboro's performance tonight, though, it seems every time Paulsboro has to pick up a big win and distance themselves between, obviously, the top spot and number 2 in this tournament.
Yeah, I think everybody thought coming in that it would be a 2-team race, and it's certainly turned into that. Both schools advancing 13 wrestlers the first night, but then there were a couple head-up matches in the semis, and Paulsboro got a little bit of help from a couple other teams. And by the time we headed into the finals, Paulsboro had a comfortable 28-point lead, and they have increased that with 4 champions so far. The West Effords won.
Yeah, caution.
Actually thought going into the tournament that West Effort might end up with more champions than Paulsboro. Paulsboro's done a great job. Of course, just like the groups the previous week, seems like when the curtain goes up, the Paulsboro wrestlers step up.
The following announcement is a comment by John Vogeding. Just joking, Voge. 10-3. It's a methodical victory by Araldi. 10-3 win, second straight district title for Araldi. That's what, the third for West Effort tonight?
That is their second, I believe.
Spector, Kaminsky, Araldi?
Third, yes.
At 140 pounds. In third place,
A.J. Cunchinata of Clayton finishes third at 140 pounds. Second place at 140 pounds, Sean Bonner from West Thetford.
Sean Bonner.
And the champion at 140 pounds from Paulsboro, Anthony Dawson.
At 140 pounds from Paulsboro, Anthony Dawson.
Okay, get ready for 152 pounds. Pittman's Nick Capelli against Paulsboro's Bruce Martell, the top 2 seeds at this weight class, Coach.
Paulsboro, Bruce Martell, the number 1 seed from Pittman,
Nick Capelli, the number 1 seed. He's going to go up against Bruce Martell, the number 2 seed. Nick Capelli, senior, 23-5 this year, 56 career wins. His opponent, Bruce Martell, a senior this year, 15-11, second in the district a year ago. A little bit inconsistent this year for Paulsboro.
Nice shot by Capelli. See if he can finish it off.
Got to take his man to the mat. And he's got a back heel trip or a forward trip.
There it is
for the takedown.
Work for that takedown. 2-0 lead, Capelli.
Capelli this year has 5 losses. Lost to a wrestler from Middle Township, Loeffler of Deptford, Emmons of Pennsville, Renard of Kingsway, and Siegfried of Highland. Those are the losses for Capelli. Martell has 11, most recently losing against Roselle Park. And in the sectionals to Will Dengler of Haddonfield. Capelli got to this point with a forfeit win on opening night. 352 fall over Cemento Roe Aikens of Clayton in the semifinals. Martell, the number 2 seed, had a 12-4 win opening night, and then a 5-1 lead, a 5-1 win over James Shields of West Deptford in the semifinals. Roe Aikens captured 3rd place with a 152 fall over Shields. Capelli pretty much in control out there.
Martell gets an escape, big point at the end of the period.
And we often talked about those points right near the end and how important they could prove.
There's Bill Chiaffi,
the head coach.
And by the way, his son's a pretty impressive kid. You see him wrestling as a freshman in the upper weights?
Will Chiaffi,
finished
who's
3rd.
a freshman, finished 3rd.
And Bill's dad is to the right of him, right by the scorer's table. Mr. Chiaffi always goes out of his way to say hi to me, and had a nice little conversation today. Always at the matches.
Bill Chiaffi was quite an athlete at Glassboro High School.
Many years ago, we used to cover him, Vogeding.
Yes. And as you mentioned, his son, William, I guess officially, but Will, he prefers. He wrestled up a weight. Actually, he was giving away weight. And he's just a extremely tough wrestler.
There's the escape. We're tied at 2. Martell's 2 points coming on escapes. Capelli with the only takedown in the match.
And Capelli's got height, so Martell has to be careful if he gets under him. And he tries to spin behind. Still trying to spin.
Got a takedown.
Got a takedown and a 4-2 lead. And again, you would normally think that conditioning plays a role in some of these matches. That was a flurry by Martell. Caution against Martell. Jump the gun. You're allowed 2 cautions. Anything after that, they all add up to single digits, single points. Michael Kane, the official on the mat, in charge.
There's the escape.
Yep. And, you know, when a wrestler gets to his feet and you're following him and trying to take him down, very seldom will the official call the stall at that point.
Guys,
Capelli trying to spin behind, runs out of room. 4-3 match.
just had to scold some kids, but I think I felt worse than they did.
Yeah.
Hit our camera. But yeah.
Listen, you can't be carrying on a conversation. With
I know, we're on the air. I'm talking to Chuck Zeisloff.
Geez, you know, there's some funding there for the regionals. We should approach him. Well,
I got our salesmen in the truck. We'll send him out.
His son is a treat to watch, though. We've been blessed the last 3 years, 4 years now of watching him. Martell trying to spin behind, runs out of mat space.
4-3.
A 4-3 lead.
Capelli will take bottom, try and get out and tie this match.
Martel will be hard-pressed to hold him down for 2 minutes, so you may see an early escape here. Cabelli tried to stand up. Martel picked up the ankle to take him back to the mat.
Got to watch or he can get. I know you got to give him time, but you got to watch.
Yep.
We're going to get hit for stalling. There we go. Capelli ties it.
Yeah, if the wrestler on the bottom is struggling to get out and you're following him all over the mat, you got to give a little bit of time to the wrestler to try and stay in control. If he just hangs on, or like we saw in one of the matches last week, just stands up and throws his legs in, that becomes a stall.
Final minute.
I was just going to say, we're getting down to the final minute. Capelli's striking.
Remember, he worked for that takedown in the first period, Vogue. He lifted that leg, took his time, and got the takedown. He's going to try and do the same thing here.
Yep.
He's got time.
Plenty of time. Up, off the mat. No takedown will be given there, but Capelli is challenging. Martel trying to get in on the leg. Things going to run out of mat room again. It's a stalemate. Here again is where conditioning plays such a big role. Mental preparation, physical preparation. It's a tough sport.
We're going to have overtime, Vogue.
I can sense it's going to be overtime, and it is. 4-4 after regulation. So now we're in the sudden death 1 minute overtime period. A point scored here would end the bout. If there's no score after the 1 minute sudden victory, there'll be 2 30-second periods. Had a couple overtimes in the tournament, but none of them has gotten out of the sudden victory part.
.46 seconds.
Paul Marina looking for one big shot from Martel.
Bill Chiaffi looking for one big shot from Capelli.
Absolutely. Both coaches know their wrestler is capable of getting a takedown. Martel extending himself. You got to be careful. He's got the near side leg, trying to pick it up. If he picks it up and trips him and can come down in control, he can win the match. Capelli got the overhook in. Oh my!
Oh, no, Vogue.
Oh, brother, so close.
Capelli, nice job to fight that takedown attempt. 0.7 of a second. Looks like it's not going to end here.
Got that overhook in and saved himself. Okay, we're going into the first of 2 30-second overtime periods. Disc was flipped. Martel gets the choice. Capelli has to ride him for 30 seconds. It will not end if a point is scored. They wrestle the whole 30 seconds.
One for Martel.
Martel gets out. He's got to try and get a takedown. If he does, either one.
Capelli, did he get one? Capelli might have got that takedown. He got it.
It's all right, still not over. It's still not over. Got 5.8 seconds to go, and there'll be another 30-second period. Of course, the officials are talking it over. Martell will be down. He'll have, wait a minute, he should be down. He'll have 5.8 seconds to get out. Then they'll go to the next 30-second period. It's not over yet.
Still got another 30 seconds, and there's a fan on the mat, and I'm assuming, so obviously they got to watch.
Either that or a wild lady, one or the other. Now Martell is losing by a point. He's going to let his man go intentionally. He'll be down by 2 points, so he'll need a takedown to tie it up. The thing to remember, if it goes into the tiebreaker, Capelli scored the first points of the match,
Right.
I believe, didn't he?
Yes, he did, a takedown.
And he'll have choice in the tiebreaker.
Martell grabs the leg. Capelli doing a nice job holding on. You got to grab the uniform, though. You can't do that, can you?
Nope.
Got away with that one. And Capelli's going to win at 7-5.
7-5 in double overtime. Now they can celebrate in the side. Third place at 145 pounds. Tom Whitman from Clearview. Runner-up, 145 pounds, Brett Carrero of Deptford. And the champion, once again, from West Deptford, Nick Araldi.
For the second year in a row, for West Deptford High School, Nick Araldi.
We're coming up at 160 pounds next.
Rob Loeffler of Deptford going for his third District 29 championship.
Rob Loeffler, a senior, 23-3 this year. Lost to Renard of Kingsway, lost to Connor Watson of Lenape, and lost to Andrew Hughes of Clearview. 86 career wins, twice a district champion. His opponent, Andrew Hughes, is 22-5. Losses to Renard, to Davis, to Wasson, to Cosgrove, and to Eric Rieger. 62 career wins.
Hughes avenging that loss to Cosgrove earlier, Vogue, when
Yes.
they win the semifinals.
Yep.
Loeffler right away into those legs.
Well, somebody's been there and won a couple district titles. He knows what to do.
And he has a quick 2-0 lead.
Potentially dangerous on the arm.
He escaped 2-1.
Kind of looked like a false start there, but it wasn't called.
Hughes is a junior, Loeffler is senior. Loeffler into those legs again.
Oh my. Spins across the top. Got to get up on his knees and drive forward, lift his man, get his hips out, hooks the leg. Boy, there's so much to be said for conditioning in this sport. You can't run out of gas. You have to work very hard to see the takedown.
4-1.
Loeffler got here with a 233 fall in his opening match against Dominic Venuto of Gloucester Catholic. Won 11-3 over Daniel Exley of West Deptford in the semis. Andrew Hughes of Clearview won by 246 fall over Dylan Joyce of Pittman in the quarterfinals. and beat Matt Cosgrove 3-1 in the semifinals. Cosgrove come back and beat Eckley 10-2. A major decision to win a trip to Apsagami.
Of course, this time next week, Vodes, we'll actually find out who is the true #1 team in South Jersey.
Well, there is no doubt who's the true #1 team. It's Paulsboro.
Will it be Paulsboro or will it be Washington Township? We'll find out next week.
Looking back at the district champions for Pittman High School. Pittman's had 34 district champions coming into this tournament. The last one being Ricky McIlvain a year ago. And Nick Capelli adds his name to that list.
Go to the second, 4-1 lead, Loeffler. Talk about all the the 4-time district champs. There's Loeffler's trying to be a 3-time, him and Zeisloff tonight.
Yes.
That'll put him into some pretty good company. There's an escape for Hughes, 4-2. And we'll go back to the center, 1:18 left. Here in the second period, 4-2 lead. Rob Loeffler.
Throw it up.
Hughes could tie this match, Vote. Nothing.
Wow.
Steady tighter. Steady tighter. Steady tighter. Wrist control, head position.
Loeffler again, though, takes a shot, gets in on the leg.
You know, when you have Matt presence like that, you're very comfortable out there with executing the moves you know will work. Just puts his shoulder in there, wraps around the body, gets an easy takedown.
Now 6-2. Now 6-3. See if that proves to be a big escape. That one, just 2 seconds left in the period there for Whitman.
I think Loeffler felt pretty confident, not wanting to get hurt with more than a 1-point move.
Minute 30 to wrestle, 6-3 lead, Loeffler. And at what point now, I guess if you're you're used to, you try something different. You're on top, it's not working, maybe you just let him go, start fresh, and try and get the big move off on your feet.
The big throw. I mean, you know, you need back points. You have a 3-point differential, and you're in the third period, closing in on a minute remaining in the match. You got to try something desperate. Do you see the scoring table on the side? Marvin Hamilton, one of the scorers, I believe, over there on the side, isn't he? Next to Pete Pandolfo?
Just announced he's going to be in the Gloucester County Sports Hall of Fame.
Gloucester County Sports Hall of Fame. That'll bring back lots of memories for me.
7-3.
When I first started teaching and coaching, he was one of my early student athletes. Made a lot of sacrifices in his
I
career.
thought you meant nights at Aletto's. And memories. There we go again.
Very methodical.
Loeffler. Lets him go 9-4.
Right. Smart thing to do. Just don't want to get caught, as you mentioned, in a big throw or a big move.
And he gets taken down there, 9-6.
Well,
You see him take a peek at the clock, though. He knows.
Yeah. He knows how much time is left. He just doesn't want to get turned on his back. Down the stretch.
So Rob Loeffler of Deptford High School Village will become a 3-time District 29 champion and 9-6 winner over Andrew Hughes of Clearview.
2010 District Champion, 160. Rob
Good job by Loeffler. Very methodical. Awards at 152 pounds.
At 152.
Third place, Samito Rowe Akins is in third.
High School. Samito Rowe Akins.
He's out of Clayton High School, runner-up at 152 pounds. From Paulsboro, Bruce Martell.
Bruce Martell.
And the champion at 160 pounds
District 29 champion.
from Pittman High School, Nick Capelli.
Nick Capelli.
Big time wrestling family just going by, Vogues. The Van Bruls. See some Van Bruls.
Saw a lot of them walking around today.
Hans was here, Mike was here.
We're now at 171 pounds, and two of the bigger stories of the tournament are in this weight class. Well documented that senior Max Fitzgerald of West Deptford weighed 245 pounds 2 years ago and went out for wrestling to try and cut back his weight, started running cross country, and he's in 171-pound district finals. 16-7 this year, 24 career wins. His opponent, a first-year senior wrestler for Paulsboro, quite a baseball player at the school, a senior with an 11-20 record. He came in as the number 4 seed, knocked off Ian McCorkle of Pittman by fall, 5:09 in his first match. Got a very, very late takedown against number 1 seed Josh Tunstall in the semis for a 6-5 win. Max Fitzgerald entered as the number 2 seed, had a 351 pin in his first match, a 16-1 technical fall in his second match to reach the finals. 2 storybook wrestlers.
Yeah, either way, Vogues, whoever wins this match, it's going to be a great story. You know, both of these wrestlers, not much wrestling experience. There's Fitzgerald getting in on the legs.
And just relentless workers. A lot of courage to stay out there when you haven't had great success. But I think more than anything, just the fact that Max Fitzgerald weighed 245 pounds 2 years ago.
I think he lost 70 pounds in 2 years. I barely weighed 70 pounds in high school. That tells you, though, if you want to work at something, Vogues, you can accomplish it.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. All the credit in the world goes to Max Fitzgerald. And for Tyler Burlingame coming out to and wrestling 160 and 171 this year. First year varsity wrestler.
Look out.
Just done a a yeoman job this year.
Fitzgerald takes the shot.
Burlingame trying to spin behind. He's got to get his man to the mat. Runs out of time. Got in position to get the takedown. Just ran out of time.
Fitzgerald, bottom, start the second.
Hans Van Brill just walking by. What a great wrestler he was in his scholastic days for Gateway High School.
Chop him up, chop him up.
19 seconds into the period. Still scoreless.
Hans Van Brill followed in the footsteps of his older brother Bob. Bob Van Brill, a champion in 1968. Hansi was a district champion in 1969 and 1971. That's going back a few years.
Oh yeah.
You barely remember that, right?
Barely in my teens. I don't even know if I was in my teens. 1-0 lead Fitzgerald on the escape.
Among the South Jersey schools that Fitzgerald lost to this year, Haddonfield, Pennsville, Burlington Township, and Delran. Oh my.
Burlingame gets a takedown, 2-1 lead.
Relentless. He just doesn't understand. He's supposed to be the underdog. Because I think it was Pete Pandolfo earlier today making a comment that with the conditioning that Burlingame's had this winter and with wrestling, he might be able to pitch 20 innings a game in the spring.
A pitcher on the baseball team.
Yes. Of course, if the snow never leaves, I don't know if we'll have any baseball.
Don't even bring up that snow word to me, though. Big 20 seconds for Fitzgerald. If he can get out, he can knot this match up. Watch out.
Burlingame doing the right thing. When the man stands up, you can lock hands when he's up in the standing neutral position. Just take him back down to the mat and just make sure you release your hands before you can get called for locking hands. Yeah, 3.8 seconds. It can seem like an eternity when you're trying to hold somebody down on the mat.
Burlingame will have his choice in the third period.
But there's been some great matches here in the finals with, you know, Zeisloff winning his third title and Loeffler winning his third title. But I imagine more than one vote, if Burlingame were to win, would give him consideration for outstanding wrestler.
Also got to remember Duca votes winning his fourth.
Duca winning his fourth.
And we're not even at the heavyweight yet because we got a 4 seed, right?
Yep.
Actually a 3 and a 4.
3 and a 4.
And heavyweight.
Wrestled for the consolation bout.
So a lot to be determined yet.
Now you see Max Fitzgerald there was trying to get an arm bar on Burlingame to try and bring him back for a tilt. And with a 3-1 lead, Burlingame can't get defensive. Has to keep that aggression. And if he does, he can force Max to make a mistake. You always want to keep going forward. Get to the side of the mat, you want to turn inside, circle.
I used this line in the West Deptford-Collingswood match, I think, when Hamrick was wrestling Spector. But this is going to be a long minute if you're Burlingame, and the minute's going to fly by if you're Fitzgerald.
Yep.
3-1. Fitzgerald takes the shot, but Burlingame can use that leverage and spin around, maybe get a takedown.
Pick up the ankle, keep him in bounds. It's out of bounds. Burlingame got a standing ovation from the partisan Paulsboro crowd in the semifinals when he got a very late takedown against Josh Tunstall to win that match 6-5.
By the way, while that match was going on, Paul Marina and I think and Dune Duca were coaching the Cosgrove match, so Palmisano and Greg Cross were in the corner for Burlingame in that match.
Yep.
Palmisano back again. He's got a takedown. He's got a 5-1 lead.
Oh, brother.
I've never seen.
Brother.
Wow.
Oh, brother. His teammates are going crazy on the side. What a profile and courage. Oh, my.
We got an escape, 5-2.
And that's the final.
Wow.
Oh, my.
And the MVP chant is coming from the Paulsboro crowd.
Oh, brother. Teammates mobbing. Oh, brother. Medalist at 160 pounds for Paulsboro, third place. Matt Cosgrove, runner-up for Clearview, Andrew Hughes, and a three-time district champion for Deptford, Rob Loeffler.
And Loeffler, as we talked about many times tonight, his third title. Some great stories tonight, Vogt. You brought it up. You know, you talk about Duca's 4 championships, Zeisloff and Loeffler winning 3, and then a 4 seed coming into the tournament with 11 wins, wins a district title.
Yes. And I'm wondering if ever there has been a district champion with 20 losses on his career, on his record. I can't ever remember a wrestler having 20 losses and winning a district title. Like I say,
we know it's happened because it's happened tonight. Owens and Bussey, Vogt. These two went overtime in the dual meet with Owens winning.
Yep. Jamar Bussey, senior, 25-10. One of his losses, as you mentioned, to Jimmy Owens before. This year he's lost to wrestlers from Sussex Central, Spring Grove, Council Rock South, at Brian Flacco of Audubon. Jimmy Owens 4-3. Stat Mueller of Absegami.
Remember, Owens is 12-0.
Yep.
Lost some time
with a knee injury this year.
And some college visits. Going to play football.
And he's going to go to New Hampshire next year to play football. Owens 14-0 this year. 46 career wins, second in the district last year, fourth in the region. He got here by pinning Justin Malger of Gloucester in 108 and then Aquan Brown of Gateway in 158. Jamar Bussey, the number 2 seed, had a 57-second fall against Matt Tohanson of Gloucester Catholic and a 3-2 win against Anthony Hughes of Clayton.
Yeah, you never see Bussey in those 13-12 matches too often, even though I think we may have a couple weeks ago. But he's usually in a low-scoring, tight match.
And these two guys certainly familiar with each other. They wrestled a couple times last year, wrestled earlier this year. In fact, last year there was a match at West Deptford High School where Jimmy Owens wasn't exactly in tip-top shape yet and really struggled near the end of that bout before beating Bussey.
No score. We go to the third, or go into the second.
Needless to say, I'm not a very good mathematician, but Paulsboro has locked up another district title.
Well, you were what, an English teacher, Voj?
Yes.
There you go.
Have to excuse my math. 0-0. Heading into this district championship, Paulsboro through last year had racked up 56 district championships, starting back when it was still District 4 and then District 7 and 8, District 15, District 28, District 29.
Bussey trying to come out, get one, maybe two. Maybe none, and might get himself in a little bit of trouble here. Look at Owens.
My.
Wow, these two guys are strong.
Oh my!
And he's going to get one. A lot of action there. 1 point for Bussey.
Jimmy Owens that gave so many thrills on the football field. I thought Paulsboro could have 3 or 4 district champions. They've already had 5 with Bussey and 2 more teammates to follow. Two exceptional guys stalking each other out there. Who's going to blink first?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say we're going to see a takedown in this period.
And I don't think that's too much of a limb you're going to be out on, but
what? It's 1 point scored and almost 2 complete periods.
Yeah.
That is going out on a limb, Voj.
Well, it is to an extent.
Well, come on, make up your mind.
Uh-oh. Owens trying to spin behind. He's got the advantage. He's got the takedown.
Never wrong, Voj. 2-1 lead. Owens, he got that takedown in the last 5 seconds of the period.
And how many times have we talked about late points? Be mentally prepared out there.
Good call by you saying we'd see a takedown in that period. Oh, that was me, wasn't it?
Jimmy Owens, one of the most soft-spoken athletes you'd ever want to meet.
We heard him a few times. We heard him this past, December?
Yep.
At the Touchdown Club of Southern New Jersey final awards night.
Yep.
Bussey down 3-1, trying to get the shot.
My.
Got the takedown, tied the match.
Well,
now it'll be interesting how he plays the next minute 40.
Well, you know, you cut him here.
Potentially dangerous?
Yep. You got to think about cutting him.
That's what he's going to do.
As long as you can stay aggressive, it can pay dividends. But Owens is as quick as a cat, so you got to be careful. He can spin behind the heartbeat. Got to get in on his legs.
Owens gets the shot this time, though.
Yep. You have to overhook hard in that position. Oh, my. Owens trying to lift and drive. It's a stalemate.
There it's called.
Way to call that, Mondelli.
You got it, Vogt. That's why you're here.
52 and a half seconds left. Who wants it more? Again, that time Owens gets in on the leg. Bussy trying to pick up the ankle and get out of it, but another stalemate. 27 seconds remaining. Bussy got one more shot at him. This is the time to take it.
So a warning against Owens, just the first one with 14 seconds left.
And he has to circle in the middle of the mat. Bussy has to give it one more deep shot. Spins behind. Owens defends it.
And Jimmy Owens is going to hold on and win 4-3. Almost though. Just short on time, so Owens beats Bussy. 4-3, another championship. I believe that's the fourth of the night for West Deptford.
189 for West Deptford.
But those guys are always in tight matches.
Yes. I think that's 4 apiece now for the two teams.
The awards at 171 pounds. In third place,
171-pound medalist. Third place, Josh Tunstall from Clayton High School. Runner-up from West Deptford, Max Fitzgerald, the number 2 seed. And the unlikely champion for Paulsboro High School, Tyler Burlingame, 5-2.
Burlingame beats the number 1 and number 2 seeded wrestlers in this tournament.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the 215.
Go to 215 votes. Mike Pasiti of West Deptford, Zach Greenwald of Paulsboro.
Zach Greenwald, 33-1, has only lost to Kevin Ennis of St. Peter's in the Brick Memorial Tournament. 132-18 in his career. A 3-time district champion going for his 4th. 2nd in the region last year, 1st the year before, 3rd in the state last year the hard way. He lost early and had to wrestle back. And 5th in the state his sophomore year. Mike Pasiti, 22-4 this year, lost to the wrestler from Lower Cape May, from Cinnaminson, Curl of Paulsboro, and King of Collingswood, both at 285. 48 career wins, 2nd in the district last year, 3rd the year before. Greenwald trying to end up a storied career at Paulsboro with a 4th consecutive district championship.
Head position with that.
The city's seen Greenwald a couple times, so he knows what kind of defense he has to use.
They moved Pasiti up to heavyweight, I believe, in the dual meet, right,
Dual
folks?
meet to get Russell Curl. Greenwald trying to get in on the legs. The city countering him.
Talked about Greenwald's only lost to Ennis, Roach. They're the top 2 wrestlers right now at that weight class.
Yeah, and that was a 3-1 match decided on a late takedown by Ennis. Greenwald took an ill-advised shot trying to get a takedown, and Ennis countered him and got the takedown.
That loss in the Brick Memorial Tournament, right? The Mustang Classic, is that what they call it? What do they call that?
That was the Mustang Classic at Brick Memorial High School.
Going to be scoreless through one period here.
And if there was an observation earlier in the year, it was that Greenwald was telegraphing some of his takedown moves, and you know, if you're dependent upon one primary takedown, you don't have the secondary one, sometimes that can cause you grief. Greenwald with a quick stand up, tries to separate the hands, spins out, turns his hips, gets the escape. Greenwald in on the leg, tries the forward trip. Out of bounds they go, but he gets the takedown. Makes it 3-0. Hey, you'd almost want to think here that you wonder how long you want to try and ride him, because if you're going to cut him, I think you got to cut him earlier in the period rather than later. There's the escape.
Now 3-1.
Greenwald got here with a forfeit win in his first match at 238 fall in the semis against Christian Ruggieri of Gloucester Catholic. Mike Pacitti had a forfeit in his first match. There are only 6 wrestlers in this weight class. Pacitti beat Will Chiaffi of Pittman 10-3 in the semis. And of course, we mentioned earlier what a good job Chiaffi did. He came back to get third with a 7-1 win over Christian Ruggieri. This was kind of a shallow weight class as far as numbers are concerned. 6 wrestlers. Clearview opted to bump Dan Garwood up to heavyweight, and he ended up being the #1 seed. But that didn't pay big dividends for him because he lost in the semis.
Of course, this is a matchup of last year's final, I believe, right? 11-4. They wrestled last year. Greenwald winning. You have that program. I'm sure you have it out. You have everything at your fingertips, Vogue.
I need more room. A year ago, Zach Greenwald beat Mike Pacitti 11-4, and Nick Camarado of Gloucester Catholic beat Mike's brother Jerry 4-3 at heavyweight.
It's 3-1 here. Closing seconds of period number 2.
The weigh-ins today, Greenwald weighed 205.2, Pacitti 216.6.
Wow, that's it. I guess he lost a lot of weight during the season, Greenwald. Huh?
Well, he works. I think he works very hard. When you work hard like that, you naturally end up losing some weight.
Yeah. So I believe he was like 217, 219 towards the end of football season.
Right, right.
So that was, I think, late November, early December when I was, I think, talking to his dad about that.
Well, if you had diagnosed or analyzed this district going into it, I could have never expected the amount of district champions that Paulsboro has recorded in this district. So they were capable of 3 or 4, maybe 5 at a stretch. But they have 5 going into this bout and the next bout.
It's an escape. We got a match here, Vogue. It's 3-2.
Without a doubt. One false move out there and a untimely takedown, and Pacitti can win the match. And there's that double leg that Greenwald depends upon. And if a wrestler has scouted him, they know the double leg's coming. And when you have the weight of 3 previous district championships weighing on your shoulders, that can be disconcerting.
Crowd thinning out. Hey, Vogue, how come they do a blind draw for the state finals, but they don't do it for districts?
Well, they did it. They did it here.
Just happened to be 103, huh?
Yeah. Howie O'Neill, in fact, is the one that drew the pill. The state director.
There's a takedown. Howie, no takedown. Howie sitting across the way. Going to spend next week in Robbinsville, he said, watching the Region 7 final. 3-2 with a minute left, minute 2. We have a blood time.
That was very close to a takedown on the line there. Chris Metzger in a red and white top, treating Zach Greenwald.
What's that, a Pensgrove trainer you have here with those colors? Is that Pensgrove or?
That's PHS.
Pensgrove, okay.
Paulsboro. Yeah. Pensgrove's PGHS.
Yeah, I guess. Crowd thinning out a bit too tonight.
Well, you know, it's down to the last 2 weights, and people are getting a little bit of a head start. Of course, it's nice to start the districts earlier. In the old days, they didn't start the district finals till almost 8 o'clock at night.
And I still think they start a little late, Vogue.
You know, it's
what?
Tradition.
No tradition.
Tradition.
Tradition. How'd you get here, Vogue?
How'd I get here? I was here at...
No, how'd you get here?
I drove.
What? What did you drive?
I drove my car.
Well, in the old days, it was horses. Tradition. So much for tradition. If it was tradition, you'd get here in a horse and buggy, Vogue. Let's go. Let's move it on.
You know, you're picking on me again.
You knew I was going somewhere with that, didn't you?
Yes. Your own inimitable way of doing things.
I just like to put the knife in and just slowly turn it.
Yeah. Well, at least you're not overly loquacious this evening.
Whoa, Vogue. Once a day, Vogue picks a word out of the dictionary and says, I'm going to use it. Here we go. 42 seconds. Give Pasiti a lot of credit here. He's in this match.
Oh, he's staying right in. There's no question about it. You can respect your opponent. You do not fear your opponent.
And Greenwald up by a point.
Yeah. And one false move and he could lose the bout.
I like to think that kids don't lose, the other kid wins.
Well, one false move and he could be not victorious.
There you go.
And frustration builds up. You know, if you think you're the better wrestler and you let your guard down in there against somebody who outweighs you, you just have to be awfully careful. Final 10 seconds, so Pasiti's going to get a takedown. He's got to shoot for one now.
Go for it all. He takes a peek at the clock.
Lose by a point or lose by 2 points. Greenwald's getting a little frustrated out there. He's got to be careful. You don't want to do something unsportsmanlike.
And that wraps it up. Greenwald with the 3-2 victory.
And a 4th district championship for Greenwald.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
so tonight we've had 2 4-time champs, 2 3-time champs.
Yep. Picking the medalist at 189, 3rd place, Anthony Hughes from Clayton High School. 2nd place, Jamar Bussey of Paulsboro. And the champion, Jimmy Owens. It's a shame that people are bailing because there will be a presentation of the outstanding wrestler at the end of this and the team award, and a lot of guys are bailing.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 285-pound championship bout.
This is the final bout of the evening.
Tom Rementer of Clayton Nick Curl of Paulsboro.
Tom Remender, a sophomore, 20 wins and 3 losses this year. Lost to Karan Gibson, lost to Dorman of Kingsway among his losses. Tom Curl, 30 wins and 4 losses. He's finally getting through a whole season after being injured parts of the last 2 seasons. Curl's losses this year, one to a wrestler from Islip, New York, one to a wrestler from Great Valley, one from a wrestler from Garnett Valley. Those were in the Escape the Rock tournaments. And of course he lost to Karan Gibson of Gateway in a dual meet.
And he avenged that loss with a win today.
Earlier, yeah. Curl got here with a 1-minute fall over Mike Hayes of Deptford, and then a 2-1 win over Karan Gibson, who won his first bout in 14 seconds. Tom Remender, the number 4 seed, had a 5-0 win over Curtis Nealer of Pittman, followed by a 3-0 win over the number 1 seed, Dan Garwood of Clearview. In the wrestleback, or the consolation bout, Garwood advanced to the region with a 4-2 win over Karan Gibson. So Karan Gibson, who had a win over the number 3 seed, does not get out of the district. Curling on a single leg. He's got to lift it high, keep his man in bounds, and out they go. Immediately following this, they'll be presenting medals for 215 and 285, reading the team score, and then the outstanding wrestler. You going to hang around for that?
We'll see. Nah. We'll see.
A couple of great guys that you could talk to. The 4-time district champs, the 3-time district champs.
Yeah, I was thinking we might have to talk to 14 of them, so we're not doing that. So congratulations to everyone right now. We'll say that.
I'm sure people were waiting breathlessly to hear what you would be asking them.
Well, they might. We're working right now who we're going to be interviewing. You hate to leave somebody out. That's the hard thing. So we might just leave it up to the most valuable wrestler and take our hands out of the pick. You know what I mean? We'll let the coaches decide for us.
Curl in a scoreless match on top. He's been getting a little bit better every time out with his position on top. And again, a tireless worker.
And we're going to see these guys a couple. We said we have a junior and a sophomore out there right now, so a good chance we'll see these guys next year.
Oh, I'm sure.
Garwood's only a junior. I mean, he wrestled 215 most of the year, but wrestled heavyweight in this tournament.
Yep.
Gibson's only a junior. As a matter of fact, Coach, if you look at all the heavyweights in this tournament, there's one senior, West Deptford.
Right.
That was it. 121 left here in the second. No score.
Christine Antonelli in the corner for Remender. He's the Clayton coach.
Damager also in the corner.
Yep.
There's a reversal. It's 2-0 lead Remender.
Yeah, you kind of want to get yourself in a position where you give up 1 but not 2. And that's what you have to be careful of. Remender, the number 4 seed, is looking to knock off his second higher seeded wrestler. Locking hands. So there'll be 1 point coming if Curl can get loose and get an escape, which he gets. It's now tied up at 2-2.
Trying to get a takedown on the line. Won't get that. So we're tied at 2, 31 seconds left.
On a locking hands and on a escape. Coach Damager in the corner just signaled to his wrestler, be careful with the locking hands. trying to control the head. Last couple ticks in this period. Curl on the bottom to start the third period. And a tie match, 2-2.
At the end of this match, coaches, please terminate your outstanding wrestler down.
Curl again tries to come to his feet. Tries to pry the hands loose and turn his hips. Rementer doing a good job of dropping down to the leg. But Curl does get the escape.
3-2 lead for Curl.
Just about the way you would have done that, Mondelli.
Nah, I would have never made it out of the first period, Vogt.
Nick Curl, of course, wrestling in the shadow of his brother, who was quite an outstanding heavyweight wrestler for Paulsboro.
He's looking on right now, too. What a scene. Bob Frederick kneeling down watching the match and Tom Curl over his shoulder.
Yeah. And of course, when Tom was wrestling, much of the accolades went to Tom's mother, Snookums. And now she's got her final son this year and next year to follow on the football field, on the wrestling mat.
Well, Rementer's got to be on the aggressive side here. I mean, he's down a point.
Yeah, he has to be kind of like taking the shots here into the final 45 seconds of the match. Here you see Big Tom Curl.
And there you see Frederick, Bob Frederick.
Yep. Rementer trying to get in on the legs. Curl with a height advantage. Rementer's got no choice but to come after him.
No stall calls either, so Curl's going to hold on. It looks like 2.8 seconds. He hasn't been hit for stalling yet. As you see his brother looking on.
Well, wrestling resumes on Tuesday night at Absegami.
Place winners, please report to the award stand.
2s and 3s wrestling on Tuesday.
Yeah, they'll all be seated this time on Sunday. It used to be a blind draw before, a predetermined draw. I won't say a blind draw, predetermined draw. This year, the 2s and 3s are going to have a pre-seed, and they will be seated on Sunday. So you could find thirds in a district who could be seated higher than a second in the district. And then once those 4 survivors are determined on Tuesday night, Wednesday's another seating meeting, seating the 4 district champions plus the 4 survivors of Tuesday night. Remarkable job here at Gloucester County College by the staff and the hosts, providing a very nice atmosphere. Of course, as you have mentioned, many people are on the way out the door. We'll have the team championship picture, the team championship plaque awarded, then the outstanding wrestler of District 29 for 2010.
And once again, I'd like to thank Dr. Barry Caniglio and the South Jersey Wrestling Hall of Fame for helping us bring you tonight's coverage of District 29. After this match, we'll take a break, and then we'll come back and talk to the most valuable wrestler, wrap it up from here. And while we're cleaning up the mat, you know, and obviously Duke and Greenwald, 4-time district champs, but it's the guys that we don't get to see a whole lot during the dual meet season because they're, you know, obviously Paulsboro's a power and we get to see them a lot during the year. But, you know, in Zeisloff, he's been there. You know, 2-time state place winner. A guy like Loeffler we don't see. 3-time district champ. And Kaminsky, how about Kaminsky, Voj? The 103-pounder.
Oh, what a great future. He's only a freshman, so what a great future he has.
2.8 seconds and a lot of blood.
And of course, we saw Rapp a year ago who lost in the finals to Zeisloff and comes back this year. Chucky's at 119 and Demir Rapp is at 130.
Here we go, final 2.8 seconds. If you're Curl, you just back up.
Yep.
And there you go, it's over. Nick Curl, a 3-2 win over Tom Rementer of Clayton.
And if my math is correct, well, here they're presenting the medals for 215.
At 215 pounds.
Third place at 215 is Will Chiaffi of Pittman. Second place, Mike Pacitti of West Deptford. And the champion for the fourth year in a row from Paulsboro, Zach Greenwald.
From West Deptford High School, Mike Pacitti. And the 2010.
And there's Greenwald standing up, getting his
for the fourth
medal.
consecutive year, the 22nd District 29 four-time district champion.
Doing that math now, huh, Voj?
Paulsboro High School, Zach Greenwald.
What's your numbers there?
363. Well, this is the number of district champions in Paulsboro's history. I have a team score of 265 to 225 and a half for West Deptford. I don't know how close it'll be because I'm a terrible mathematician.
Of the awards presentation at heavyweight. Talked about Curl just winning that. We just saw that one.
Right, and Garwood from Clearview. Dan Garwood is the third place finisher. He'll go on to Apsagami in Region 8.
Yeah, the thing is, you know, Voj, Garwood wrestled 215 against Paulsboro this year and lost a 1-point match to Greenwald.
Yeah, which could have been a reason why they thought maybe the weight class above might be a little bit more attuned to him as in his athletic ability.
You're trying to say an easier route?
Well, not easier, because they're not easy when they get this far. There are no guppies this far upstream. Garwood was third in 285. Runner-up, Tom Rementer of Clayton High School, the number 4 seed. And the champion, the number 3 seed from Paulsboro, adding another gold medal to the family, Tom Curl.
Nick Curl.
Or Nicky Curl.
Okay, let's take a break, Voj. We'll come back, talk to the MVP after this timeout.
And we're back at Gloucester County College and Voj. We're waiting for them to bring the outstanding wrestler over to us. In the meantime, Paulsboro wins another district title, second in a row, and I don't know how many out of the last how many years, but it's a lot.
Well, it's just a marvelous performance. Again, I did not expect them to come up with as many district champions as they did, but I think it's a tribute to the program and the, just the demeanor, the mental toughness, the physical toughness that they show. They're the number 1 team in South Jersey. I think they proved it tonight, and we wish them all luck at the next level.
Spector and Raleigh, West Deptford, 2-time champions. Loeffler and Zeisloff, 3-time district champions. Duca and Greenwald, 4-time district champions.
Yeah, and that's a tribute to them because of how hard they've worked to repeat like that multiple times.
Yeah, we're waiting for the outstanding wrestler, by the way. We do know who that is, and we're going to have him here in a second. But here we go. There's the announcement. Tyler Burlingame. What an outstanding job he did.
I don't think there's ever been a wrestler who has won a district title that had 20 losses. I think it's a testament to the young man to go through the season and just keep overcoming obstacles. A great baseball player, and of course now he's proven himself to be added to the list of great district champions over the years for Paulsboro.
Right, and he gets to wait now till Friday night to wrestle, so he doesn't have to worry about that Tuesday night.
Yes.
He gets to sit for a while, relax,
kind of like
enjoy the moment.
Scout the opposition a little bit. So
Absolutely. And,
Very meaningful.
Here we go. They're bringing him over to us right now.
Terrific.
So we'll bring him in. Go up. Your buddies. There we go. There we go. They're going to move him away. We're going to get him over here real quick. Come on.
Bowing.
There.
Congratulations, buddy. Come on over
We're
here
on the
a second.
air. Can we get a pic? Can we get this real quick? We're going to do this real quick. Congratulations. I'll tell you what. Crazy couple days for you, huh?
I don't know what to say. It was really crazy. I didn't expect to be here or even be making it to the finals or any of the above.
We'll talk about it because is this your first year wrestling?
Since I was like 5, and yeah.
Coach.
And I think the thing that's impressive all year is you wrestle 2 different weight classes. You wrestle 160, you wrestle 171. Was Cosgrove's choice going into the districts, which pumped you up to 71. You're not a solid 171 pounder, but I just think you showed your intestinal fortitude. Anybody can win a district title and have 20 losses during the year means that they have worked very, very hard to get where they are.
They were tough losses. I mean, they weren't like they were all against their kids. They were against good kids.
No guppies that far upstream. Believe me, a lot of sharks there. And I think just a tribute to you to show how hard you kept working.
Yeah.
And of course, your main sport is baseball.
Yeah.
So, with all that snow on the ground, nothing better to do than get out in the wrestling mat.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be out there for a while.
Well, look, they want to take some pictures, talk to you with the papers. Congratulations. Good luck next week.
You made my wife very happy.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Okay, Voj. I'm glad we're not homers here in the media.
Yeah.
Okay, Voj. Well, we're off a week. We'll be back at Absegami next week. I want to thank the crew. Thank everybody here at Gloucester County College. For the entire crew, I'm John Mondelli. We'll see you next time.